Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It has been... Oh my gosh, Doggo P is messaging me. It's been a while since the feeling of getting greeted when you just randomly hop into the game. I really do cherish that. But wow. Guys, it's been so long since I've uploaded a video. And please ignore the fan sounds in the background of my voice. So right now I'm in my student residence and it is incredibly hot. The AC has been off for over a week at this point. It's bad. I just have a fan running. This guy just knows me for MVP plus. What is going on? Whoops, I just scrolled to the head and accidentally ate it. But I've been going for the school grind for computer science, and man, this program is like absolutely ridiculous. In university, the averages are usually in the 60s, whereas like in high school you go for like 90s and everything to apply for a university. We went from 70s to like 80s to 85 to really be guaranteed in the program. With my school, we have like over 1,000 people just trying to go for CS, and they're weeding out 70% of the people. So that means like, let's say like 700 people are not making it into CS, which is absolutely insane. Now I've done my diligence of really making sure I'm squeezing in with that 30%, but I have a really bad case that happened to me. So this actually happened during my computer science exam. Usually what I do before going to an exam is I take off all of my tech. The only thing we need to bring to the exam is our identification, and since I'm at UFT, we call it a T card. So the only thing I really need to bring is a T card and a bunch of stuff to, you know, write with. And here's me, I take my phone off, just about to take my watch off, and then I realize, oh shoot, I still have to use the washroom. So this is number 2 on the washroom, by the way. So ironically, whoops, what's going on with this guy? This guy almost got obby trapped, but seems like I couldn't do it. But I realized, okay, if I left earlier, if not for the washroom, I would have left and had like a good 10 minutes to spare. Because I have a bike too. I would bike from my student dorm right to the exam room, which takes me 2 minutes, whereas walking would probably take like 5 or 7 minutes. But no. That was tragic. I had to use the washroom. I stayed in my dorm in the washroom for an extra 5-6 minutes, and then wow, there's me. I rushed straight to the exam room. I'm still wearing an app. Like, I have a smartwatch on. Still wearing a smartwatch. I've taken 5 exams before this one. For this 6th exam, like one of the most important exams, it doesn't even matter what exam. It's just the fact that the school cares so much about academic integrity and everything. Even so, for this exam, oh my gosh, I just rushed right out of the washroom onto my bike. I put my phone away. Yes, I took my T card. I took my writing tools, but I did not put down that smartwatch. That was, oh gosh, I think I'm being a little bit too loud. I don't want to wake up my roommates. It's kind of real late at night. But yeah, I put everything away. I did not put away that watch. That was the worst thing I've ever done. And it's a 2-hour exam, which is slightly shorter than usual because my other exams are 3 hours for math. One of the invigilators at the gate goes like, okay, wait, and then they give me this like late slip, and that late slip, you gotta sign it if you're late to an exam. They don't even notice I'm wearing a watch. At this point, I'm wearing like a Nike Windrunner, and I don't even know I'm wearing a watch because I'm so used to like, I normally put this away. Another invigilator comes over, and that's the invigilator who grabs my late slip, and still they don't see that I'm wearing a watch, and I still don't even know I'm wearing a watch. It is actually, wow, just unfortunate. And then I look at the multiple choice questions. I'm like, wow, okay, this is gonna be a long exam. I better get started right away. And exactly that's what I did. So I get started with the exam, and I don't even know I'm wearing a watch at this point. Come about 1 hour into the exam, over an hour. I remember looking at the time, it was like an hour and like 2 or 3 minutes. Holy crap, I did 1 hour to full exam, did not even know I was wearing the watch. Of course, for that reason, I wasn't even using the watch. And then the invigilator comes by, points it out. He's like, you're wearing an unauthorized aid. And then I'm like, am I? And then they point out at my wrist, and then I see that I'm wearing my smartwatch, and then death just hit me. I was like, holy crap, I've just messed up so bad. And then, okay, they point at my wrist and they tell me, okay, take it off. So of course there's nothing for me to do. Even if I didn't intend for it, I'm still wearing it. So of course I oblige, I take it off, and they took it to the front, and they go like, okay, come see me after your exam. There's still like another hour left to the exam. After that like 1 hour 3 minutes mark, I realized, okay, I've truly just messed up so bad. And yeah, I just have nothing more to do. I just diligently finished the CS exam. It's on object-oriented programming for anybody who's any knowledgeable people in CS in the, I guess, watching the video. It's on object-oriented programming. We're doing trees, we're doing linked lists, we're doing stacks and queues. Something I've been quite familiar with. But yeah, they take it away from me, and then I finish the exam. I feel so bad as I'm writing the exam, like, oh my gosh, what's gonna happen? Like, and the irony is, I didn't even know I brought it. I thought it was gonna be fine. I thought this whole situation would be like alleviated real quick. Later at the front, guess what happens? They bring out this form and go like, okay, this like whole, like imagine you're getting a driver's license, right? Like the whole formalized process where they like have you sign all these things and make sure that you're like a real person, or I don't even know. That same process kind of just happened with the watch and everything. Like they basically had a form that went like, okay, I acknowledge that I've worn this smart device, Series 8. They wrote down the whole model to everything. It's like I was buying a product or something. And then yeah, it was like, I acknowledge I was wearing this on the exam, and who's the spectating professor? She's one of the youngest professors there, and the irony is she wasn't even spectating. She had no clue what was going on. And I tried to talk to the professor and told her the whole story exactly as I mentioned, but they were clueless, and that invigilator did not seem like they would budge. Like, I don't think they would take an exception. That was such an awkward phase. And then I just had to stay there for an extra 15 minutes after the exam was over, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna get a chance to justify myself and talk. And of course I did. I had to speak with the dean's designate, which is basically a person appointed to speak to students about academic offense allegations and stuff like this. You don't even get to speak with the dean, you just speak with a person who represents the dean. It's hard to like get in contact with the higher ups. I spoke with them. I literally had my dad in a Zoom call with me, and I was explaining my whole story. This guy was not in favor at all. So number one, he explained the code of behavior, which is like all the rules and everything, and like all the consequences you can potentially have and the different levels. So the process is, let's say it was a normal case where you cheated on a summative thing, like you had an assignment and you basically stole answers from somebody else and got your work done from not yourself, whether that be from a coding assignment or you wrote an essay which was not even your own words, or you like purchased some essay writing service, right? That would be all academic offense examples that are more of the actual deliberate cheating cases. Those would go, you speak with the professor first, and then like if the professor thinks it was just a misunderstanding or anything, then you'd be released. If not, then the professor still thinks you're suspicious of you, then they'll report it to the department chair. And with the department chair, that's the people who take over for like the entire course subject. Like if it's English, it would be the Department of English. CS would be the Department of Math and Science, and CS. And okay, after the department chair, if they're still not satisfied, they'll report it to the dean, who overlooks everything. Oh, I accidentally hit this guy. Screeny. But yeah, the dean would look over all the department chairs. And for me, this Apple Watch case, it went straight to the dean's designate. Not really the dean, but a person appointed to speak in place of the dean. I just had to go straight to level 3 of this like process. Skip the prof, skip the department chair. It went straight to the dean's designate. And the dean's designate, this guy, he was a professor of another multivariable calculus course or something. I don't really, or a professor of a normal Calc 2 course. He was not, like, seemed like he was not having a good day. I gave my whole story, and I justified why I don't believe I deserve an academic offense, because on the code, for my case, it was, if a student knowingly brings an unauthorized aid into any assessment or whatever, then that's an academic offense. My case was, I had unknowingly brought it. I straight up brought it in without even knowing that I brought it in. And then this guy was like, if you were to justify under those terms, or under those grounds, you'd have to understand our definition of knowingly. And he brings out, knowingly means ought to know. So, in other words, they don't tolerate ignorance, and that's honestly fine. Like, you can't just go like, oh, I brought it in, and pretend like you didn't know, which is like actually ignorant, which is not really right. But yeah, that was not the case. I brought it in knowing that I cannot bring this in, but I did not know I brought it in. It's a really weird, awkward situation to try to explain. He just didn't take it. I admitted not guilty because University of Toronto punishing for this, like, it's actually kind of bad. I basically may as well not really get into the full program, because if they're gonna put something on my transcript going like, oh, mark reduction due to academic offense, where I literally just accidentally brought a smartwatch, it sounds extremely stupid, but the school is just that rough when it comes to academic integrity. Like, there's not much that could be said. It's a private institution after all. Even their tribunal is going to be a privatized one. It's not like in actual court, it's in their own court. I admitted not guilty, and they have to forward it to basically speaking in their own court. And I've asked around. Turns out this tribunal thing can take over 8 months to like a year to begin, which, holy crap, I'd be finishing second year by then. And still, if I cannot apply to my program, that would be really ironic. Kind of sad, honestly. There's no other way. Like, the dude was just not like, he's not gonna provide another opportunity to justify this. It's really ridiculous. Kind of unfortunate. So what the heck? Amazing KB and blinks. Blink is crazy. Am I actually blinking? Am I lagging all over the place? I don't know how bad my campus Wi-Fi is, but if he says blink, then it might be the case that I'm actually like teleporting. Oops. Well, Alright, he's dead. We have 2 courses that we need to do in particular for the program, and this happened for the Introduction to Computer Science course. So I finished the math proofs course. It's a really awkward situation. Also, for reference, the math proofs average is usually in the 60s. You need a 73 originally to be eligible for the computer science studies. I'd gone into the exam with an 81, and out came the exam, bro. I don't know how the hell, but I got a 48 on the exam, and my mark ended up being a 68. It was like, how could I ever, right? Like, I've never done that bad in the history of all of my academia. And then I took it a second time. We all have 2 attempts, 2 chances, 1 attempt per course to retake a course. So I used one of those for this math first course. Retook it, and I finished the course. I got a 95 on the exam this other time, finished with a 93. The requirement we need is 73. When it went up to an 80, I was able to finish with a 93, so I'm good. I'm good on that front. My GPA has been quite high. In UFT, we use a scale that's like up to 4.0, and the GPA we need to get into computer science is a 3.3, a culminating GPA. I'm good on that front, and I'm good with the math proofs. What about my computer science? That's the irony. That's where the case happens. So, holy crap. This is actually like kind of a time where I just am unsure of really what's going to be the future of my studies of UFT in terms of computer science, because the only reason I'm there is for computer science. I'm going to do some on the side research, because we need other funnels of money to make it in this society where inflation is high and the job market is kind of sucky, or kind of bad. This guy obby trappable in the corner? No, I just can't do it right now. But yeah, I've been quite optimistic in spite of this situation. It's just nothing really to do right now. I've contacted everybody I can speak with. It's really just I gotta wait until I can go to tribunal. How does this affect my timeline in terms of course taking? They did say, well, get your hypothetical mark in Introduction to Computer Science, and depending on how that is, you'll be able to have a chance to take second year CS courses, because that's basically what your knowledge would have been if not for the investigation about this like Apple Watch incident. Holy crap. Another thing this Apple Watch incident does is it puts my grade in the computer science course on hold, so no grade is actually reported. That's why they have to take my hypothetical grade and tell me if I can take a second year CS course, which hopefully I can. The prerequisite is either you passed it or you got at least a 60 in it, and I went into the exam with an 81 as well. Yeah, these courses are kind of tough. I'm like actually going in with kind of a relatively lower mark than obviously what I can achieve in high school. But yeah, I'm hopefully confident I can take second year CS courses. I did pass the prerequisite, and on the exam there was only one question I could not do. Everything else was decently smooth, but you never know. You can feel good about an exam and get terrible still. So, oops, my FPS is kind of dying. I hope the recording is not gonna suck. But yeah, I'll still be able to take CS courses in my second year. The only thing that sucks is the GPA right now is decent. I'm just gonna be transparent with you guys. I'm at a 3.76 right now on a 4.0 GPA scale. It's not the best, but it's quite a bit better than average. Most people are happy with getting like a 3.0 GPA or whatever. I'm in a decent position CGPA wise, but after all, I've only taken first year courses, right? Like, you never know, maybe the GPA will drop throughout 2 or 3 more years or another 4th year in university. But applying to CS, you need a 3.3, so you can kind of understand how. Oh gosh, looks like there's a hopper up dead. Oh god. Yo, wait, what? I thought I had a chance to eat more gaps. Cheating and lose. Oh, did I fight this guy before and like he hopped on just to hop on me? This is a match I'm basically fated to lose anyway. Any winning chance is already extraordinary. Let's grab the water. Oh, I'm dead. Come on, let's. Are we gonna lose this match soon? Hi. Using 0 and 100 velo and lose. I got absolutely pummeled, absolutely destroyed. Somehow using 0 velo, according to him. Like, as soon as I, yeah. Wait, I'm not even taking. Okay, anyway. Yeah, I'm in a decent academic position, except for, okay, now I'm gonna take CS courses my second year, and I'm also going to go through the hardships of maintaining this high GPA. How am I gonna do that? I'm gonna have to be an actual demon, lock in academically. Now, here's the thing. I recognize myself as somebody who procrastinates quite a bit, whether that be I'm just gonna like sit there and do nothing, or I'm just gonna not do Pomodoro studying for the whole day. Okay, for reference, Pomodoro studying, you study for like 45 minutes, maybe an hour if you want to stretch it, and then you take a break for 5 minutes and you get back into it, versus studying for 5 hours on end. You're going to be way more efficient that way. Your brain will actually work. Your biological system will actually not die. I think, okay, I want to do Pomodoro for this whole day, and there's me, I just don't do it. I got to tackle the psychological factors for procrastination. Obviously, you're gonna see ads on Facebook and Instagram that go like, oh, are you procrastinating? It's because of these psychological factors. And honestly, those ads are probably not wrong, but you got to do some like anthropology on yourself, understand how your human works, tackle the best version of yourself. When you reflect on yourself in, like, let's say a sober state, then you can really understand, okay, this is why I'm inefficient these times and why I'm efficient those other times, or when I'm enjoying something, or when, oh, whatever. I don't know what I'm saying. I gotta really destroy procrastination version of myself, or I say I can't destroy it because maybe nobody can, or maybe there's people out there like, I don't know, say Elon Musk. This guy has been known for insane productivity, so maybe we gotta follow his ways. But yeah, second year, wow. I'm gonna go through the hassle. It's not really a hassle, but more like harshness of maintaining this high GPA, so that I can meet the 3.3. So like, imagine I get 60s on second year courses, or like 70s, and the GPA will be reported to like 2.0s, just below 3, and then this thing will drop. I do have some leeway in that sense that should I get some 60s, I think my GPA will still be above 3. But hey, that's not a risk that you really want to take if you don't want to get locked out of the CS program, because things are tough out here. You can very potentially just not be eligible for a program, if especially that your goal is to like take the CS program. There's too many risks and too many ways to lock yourself out the program that just don't want to explore. Like, for example, for me, one of the ways I could have locked myself out the program is in that second time taking math proofs. If I had not gotten my 93 and gotten like anywhere below the requirement, that is anywhere below 80, because my first attempt ended up being a 68 because I got a 48 on exam, I would have basically locked myself out the program because I wouldn't have met the math proofs requirement, and that would have been kind of tragic. But yeah, me going forward, just gonna have to grind it out. Another thing is, my school is a commuter school, so I'm gonna be driving. So either you have the option to live on campus, or you commute to here. And how are you gonna commute? By bus, or get driven, or be the driver? And here, I've explored the option of living on my own during the first year, and I'm here in the summer. I'm taking a summer term actually. I'm taking linear algebra, taking statistics. I did finish taking anthropology recently. Holy crap, anthropology, this professor, no, this guy was like, do not worry about getting like very high scores. If you do the effort, the grades will come. I don't mean to discriminate or anything, so I'm just gonna stop here. Yeah, this guy really gave like a tough run. I thought I was implying for anthropology to be two things. One is, you need at least 2 courses in the sciences, in the social sciences, and in the humanities to graduate. And this anthropology course was going to be one of those 2 courses in social science. So that was my main intention. The other intention was, okay, I better make this course a grade booster. Now, if I were to spoil it, luckily it was. But wow, I was going through the assignments, the tutorial submissions, they're worth up to 25% of the course. And they were marking, like, it's out of 4. They were giving like 3 out of 4s. I was so done. Like 3 out of 4 is 75 for reference. University, that's probably fine, but my goal is, we need to get 4.0. 4.0 is 85 or above in University of Toronto, which might sound better because other universities will do 90 and above, but still, like, if you're starting up with a 75, like, how are you going to get 85 and above, right? You need to start up with like a 90 or above to be able to guarantee 85 or above. You need some way for error, right? So yeah, I was like really feeling like, okay, this is not going to be a grade booster. How's this going to work? You know, guess what? So one of the guys that I was pretty chill, good friends with during my first year of residence, his girlfriend was also in that course. And I was a note taker in this course in anthropology. And then out of the blue, you know how normally people add you on Instagram and stuff like that? Normally when you meet people, you add on like Discord or Instagram, like especially if you're in CS, like people add on Discord. But I was given a message on Outlook, Microsoft Outlook. It's basically an email. I was emailed by my friend's girlfriend. And they're like, oh, my boyfriend told me you're very smart. So could you like teach me all of this and that? And for reference, I'm Chinese, Mandarin speaking, very not fluent, but like able to get by type of thing. And she's an international Chinese student, and she was basically like, can you teach me all these concepts? And I don't even understand a thing. That's what she was trying to say, because all the anthropological terms like neoliberalism, like these random terms like ethnocentrism or culture identity, like she doesn't understand those. The perception of me was like, oh, I'm really smart and I could probably teach her this and that. What's the irony? I think she was doing better than me in the course even. Like on the term test, oh my gosh, I'd gotten a literal 78, which is like, come on, 4.0, I need an 85. How am I gonna 4.0 this? And then later on, I ended up accepting. I'm like, okay, sure, I'll teach you these course concepts. And later on, we crammed it. In one day, we studied for the exam, or I think multiple days. And we just learned all the concepts together. I taught her absolutely everything. And then guess what? On the exam, I don't even know what the heck I got on the exam, probably somewhere in the 90s, but I ended up getting an 88 on the course, which is above the 85. And what's the irony? This girl literally asked me for help and she got an 89. She got better than me. I was the one teaching her, which I'm really proud of her for that. The irony is I was doing worse than the person than the person asking to be taught. So there are two perspectives. One is maybe they're trying to use you to get better, and two is, okay, say they're trying to use you to get better. Well, can you use yourself in that opportunity where you learn when you teach other people and you're better at a course concept when you are? And I truly did explore that concept. I basically enriched my knowledge by teaching her, so that was really funny. Thank God to that opportunity. It was so weird. I was like, okay, let me just teach this person. The friend who was the boyfriend of this girl basically is one of those guys who's like, okay, he does not want his girlfriend to be around anyway. So I was more confused, like, why the heck would you let her study with me? I'm literally a guy and your girlfriend, like, type of thing. Later I learned from the girl, she was like, oh, my boyfriend said, oh, if it's Alex, you know, if you guys didn't know, my name's Alex. So she was like, my boyfriend said, if it's Alex, then it's fine because Alex is chill. I was like, oh, what the heck? I didn't know I deserved that perspective. Oh gosh, I'm dead. I guess it does make sense because I haven't revealed this at all, but I do have a GF since March of 2024, and that made it a little bit more acceptable even in my understanding. Like, how the heck are you gonna allow your girlfriend to study with another guy? I was thinking. But then there are two perspectives. One is I already have my own GF, and then two is, oh wait, can I actually, I need to stop yapping. I probably could have won that one if I really focused. That guy was just keep sprinting, not even really b-hopping. But yeah, I was like, how can you just let your girl study with another guy? That prompted me to speak a little bit more Chinese as well. Well, as a Chinese person, somehow coincidentally my current GF she's domestic, she's Canadian born, but she basically considers herself a FOB, which is a fresh off the boat, as if you're an international student, and she's Chinese too. So I've been tasked with, okay, learn more Chinese. And guess what? I learned more Chinese exactly from that. Oops, I've been only rotting one time. Alright, let's try to use a lava here. Oh, I completely missed. Alright, there we go. Get another gap. In the fire, yes. That's a free hit. Is that two? Oh, he has another gap too. Let's get that lava. Oh, I didn't get it. I think I'm dead here. What am I holding W for? Oh man, I messed up the S-tap. Holy crap, GG to that guy. That's the storytelling. That's what's been going on recently, or majority of the time. Otherwise, it's been a fun school experience. I've met so many different people. I've met people who are complete degenerates, people who are completely like amazing, people who are there's no weird people at all in my school, or at least in my environment that I've been in. So I've been blessed for at least that experience. Maybe I just got lucky or something, but yeah, it's been very nice recently. So yeah, I'm just gonna end it off here. I hope you guys have enjoyed watching. I might make some more commentaries now that I've gotten the time to breathe. It's summer now, and I have my two courses that are remaining are linear algebra and statistics, and what's left is just a final exam. I have a few quizzes in statistics, but I can just study peacefully for those. So I do have some time to breathe finally until second year comes in. And if you guys want a duel, I'm down for that, because once again, I need to get my game on. After a good grind on academics, come back with the grind on Minecraft. It's still cycling. I found this grad student who I cycle with, but yeah, that's really it. Hope you guys have enjoyed watching, and I'll catch you guys next time. Bye.